You know what sound that is, folks? You betcha. That's another Noon Whistle. I'm Chris Trottier.
And I'm John Anzalone. And we are here with Mr. Michael Chase, former educator, longtime educator in Elkhorn. How many years were you in Elkhorn, Mr. Chase?
38 years.
38 years.
Yeah, I started in the fall of 68.
Wow. Pillar of the school district.
I've been here a long time. I wouldn't say a pillar. It's a pillar that, was whittled away.
All right. Well, we're happy to have you today. We're
Thank you.
excited to talk all things Mike Chase, Elkhorn,
Yeah.
your travels along the way. And I guess maybe start us out with how Elkhorn, how did you end up being an educator in Elkhorn?
Well, this is kind of interesting. You have to understand, I graduated with a degree in Latin and philosophy.
Really?
But where in the hell whoops.
You're good.
It's okay.
You're good. You're good.
Where are you going to find a job with Latin? And it just so happened in 1968, there was an opening in a place called Elkhorn, Wisconsin. I grew up in Minnesota. And there was an opening here. There was a professor up at Oshkosh that was some distant relative. And he called me and said, there's an opening in Elkhorn. You should apply for it. And so I called, got an appointment with.
First thing you did is open the map, right?
That's right.
Where right? Yeah.
Yeah. And came down here and, Latin, there's not a lot of Latin teachers.
No.
And in fact, part of the difficulty is that, I had two options. Havre, Montana, which is, way out in the sticks of Montana, or Elkhorn, Wisconsin. And I interviewed here.
Wow.
And they were trying to decide whether to keep Latin or not. And they decided, the names you guys wouldn't recognize, but there was a Helen Daggett.
Helen Daggett, okay.
Yeah, her dad or her husband was a professor up at Wetwater. She was a Latin teacher here in Elkhorn. Phenomenal lady, good teacher, but she was ready to retire. And so they decided, well, why don't we try it? So they offered me the job and I took it.
And taught Latin to start out.
Oh, the first year I'm surprised. I taught 3 classes of Latin and 2 study halls I monitored. I was the head honcho.
Okay.
I did, of course, the pay back then wasn't that great. So money was money, but
So in 1968,
yes,
our current high school would have been one year old, right?
I was in the second year. Yeah.
Wow.
So was that state of the art? Like, wow, look at what Elkhorn has?
I tell you, and what Elkhorn had back then was great. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
What we have today is amazing.
Okay.
When you see the addition they added in, what was it, about 1999?
Yeah.
They put in
The second education wing.
Yeah,
there.
the second wing, of course, and they put on the new gym, and they put in a swimming pool as hopefully the people might vote that down, and let everything else pass. Well, everything made it.
Yeah.
And so they added a swimming pool then. Then of course now they've got the field house, and I think that's what you're in charge of, isn't it, John?
Part of what I do, yeah.
And it's an amazing facility.
Yeah, that's interesting, the growth you've seen from year one, at 1 year old to today.
So how big was your department when you started?
This is old age setting it. Maybe my department had about 5 teachers.
5 teachers, okay.
Unfortunately, Chuck Statz passed away. Ole Fendring passed away. Myself, then there was a couple oddballs that I don't remember. But this goes through with all the departments.
Yeah.
You go back in math. Don Wolf, Dean Wilson, and I'm missing one that just passed away too. It'll come to my mind half hour after we're done.
That's all right.
And but
we can edit this. We'll slide it in. We don't.
No, I tell you, it's but a lot of the staff, I guess it's just a way of growing old.
Well, just those 38 years and all the people, let's talk staff, all the staff members you've touched or worked with, or had relationships along the way. When you start naming those names all the way through, and I'm sure so many more, some that are still here, some that have retired,
A lot of them have retired. In fact,
Yeah.
almost all of them have retired. Yeah, I've been retired now for 19 years.
Has it been that long?
Yeah,
Holy cow.
2006. And June 10th is my quote anniversary.
Do you do anything special for that day?
No, not really.
Not really. Okay.
Not at this
Yeah.
age. I'm just glad I'm still looking down at the grass.
There you go. So
You coached as well.
oh yeah.
Yeah, I coached in the beginnings. Actually football I didn't coach. Paul Yankee, who's not with us anymore. Anyway, he asked me to be the statistician.
Okay.
And so for 30 years, I did all the stats for Elkhorn football, which meant on Friday night I had to call in the scores and who scored and how we scored. And in fact, Dave Wiederword, the Janesville Gazette, does that ring a bell you too?
Yeah.
He passed away, I guess, just a month ago.
Oh.
Unfortunately. But so I did this statistician for football for 30 years. I coached wrestling. Now, what did I know about wrestling? Not a doggone thing.
Who did you coach with?
Dean Wilson and John Gilowski.
Okay.
But back then, our building was small. That's why and so all freshmen took Phi Ed 8th hour. Then freshman wrestlers would go over to the Cow Palace. You ever hear that?
Yeah, I did.
Like Cow Palace.
I did. Yeah.
Yeah, that brings back memories.
So our practice was 8th hour. And at the end of 8th hour, then I could go my way or stay and help, the varsity and the JV teams. So I did that for 15 years until, what's his name? He retired just recently. Jim Sessing
Okay.
moved here, and he was big into wrestling. So I stepped down, and of course I stepped down also so I could watch my son play basketball.
Oh, okay.
And I did that for a while. The other thing that I did, I was the intramural director for intramural basketball.
I remember that.
For damn near 30 years.
And you had that rolling. I remember
we-
participation in intramurals was crazy. Like,
I would keep track of statistics.
Oh my God.
And I would put on the board, who scored how many points, and
yeah.
and then I'd always at the end I would say, and the leader of assists with 1.
Yeah.
Who in intramurals ever
Passed it. Yeah. Right. Yeah.
But I did intramural basketball. And
Well, go ahead.
I was going to comment on back to the real reason I was here was teaching.
Yeah.
And after 5 years, they decided that they wanted to bring German into our curricula here. And well, to bring German in, they didn't think they could support 3 languages, so they dropped Latin. And it's I understood it, and
Yeah.
fortunately for me, I'd gone back and got certified in social studies, broad field social studies. So I had a job. I planned on moving back to Minnesota, but by then declining enrollment in the early 70s. That was back when your jobs were dependent upon if you're one of the newer newbies, you're gone.
Yeah.
Today they can get rid of anybody they want.
Yeah. What did you settle in on, like your last? For those people who don't know you, your last 5-10 years, what did you teach primarily in the social studies area?
What they called recent, it was junior class, recent American history.
Oh, okay.
And that was a required class. So everyone could.
Isn't that kind of oxymoronic, recent history?
That's right.
Right? I mean,
it started at the Civil War.
Yeah.
We're absolutely
Yeah, right.
And the longer I was there, man,
the curriculum got bigger.
Well, when I first started, we didn't talk about Vietnam.
Yeah.
Well, as you got into it, of course, Vietnam was very important.
Yeah.
In fact, it was more important to me because 1969, not to, you guys probably weren't even hatched.
I was.
He was. He was.
But 1969, remember Nixon got rid of all the deferments, and which meant that my teaching deferment was gone, and we all had to sign up for the draft.
Oh.
Geez, I went up and I figured, I have flat feet. So they would take me, dead corks could have gone through that physical that they took up in Milwaukee. And so what he did then is you were assigned a number. My number, October 6th, By the way, if you're buying Christmas gifts or anybody.
Yeah.
October 6th.
Get that out there.
Yeah, it's your birthday, not June 10th, October 6th.
Well, there's going to be two of them in just a minute.
Yeah.
October 6th, the number was 65, which meant I was gone. So Judy, my wife Judy, and I moved back to Minnesota because she was pregnant with our first child. And just before I was supposed to report for basic training, I found out I was born on October 7th.
Oh.
Somehow or another, my mom must have gone in, close to midnight and never made the connection. So for 21, 22 years, I celebrated.
You had the wrong birthday.
And now October 7th was 287.
That's a good number.
That was a great number. So I came back. This is.
That's unbelievable.
Yeah, this was. There's an article in the Elkhorn Independent way back then. If you're looking for ancient history to verify it.
We got to find that.
Yeah.
It's on the micro.
It is a microfiche.
Is that something that?
Yeah. Jeff Brown's still using that in class. Yeah.
Jeff, don't be upset.
Huh?
I said, Jeff, he was good.
Still is.
Yeah, and then the other one that you stole from my department is I helped hire her,
Who?
Sarah Bosch.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, she's right over here.
Did she ever show up for work?
Yeah. Oh, God,
yeah.
regularly.
She's a hard worker.
She's a pillar.
She was a good teacher.
Yeah.
She was a very good teacher.
Yeah.
But anyway, where was I at?
October 7th.
So now, so as I tell the people here, I have 2 birthdays. Send presents both days.
There you go.
That's what you got to do again.
I like that.
So you also had 2 children that came through Elkhorn School District, correct?
Yeah, Jen and Chris.
Yep.
Jen was 1988. She graduated. Chris graduated in 92.
Okay.
Okay.
Chris is the golfer of the family.
Yeah. I remember him being a good athlete, both your daughter and your son.
And I don't know if Jen was that good of an athlete.
Isn't she tennis?
Well, yeah, but not that good.
No?
Chris was the golfer. In fact, that he made a living. He was a golf course superintendent.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Still?
Actually, no. In the past 2 years, he went to China and worked at a golf course there. The whole family did for 12 years. Then he decided it was time to bring the family back to the States. And so now he's down in Jacksonville, Florida.
Well, that's not a bad
And
spot
that
either.
course, do you golf any?
Yeah, I try.
There's that Players Championship course.
Oh, okay.
And he was superintendent of that course.
Nice.
And played a lot of that.
Yeah.
Anyway, that's Chris. Who
That's
cares
all right.
about Chris?
Yeah.
Yeah, no, we do. Well, so before we get too far along or run out of time, we wanted to ask you, like, what would you say to other people, or what advice would you give to people about your time at the Elkhorn School District? Like, what did that mean to you? How do you feel about Elkhorn and the district and the city
Community.
or the community?
Well, you know, John, Chris.
Yeah.
It's been amazing. My original intent, I grew up in Minnesota.
Yeah.
And came here, and my plans were to move back to Minnesota where the relatives and family were. But as I said, declining enrollment made that difficult. So we stayed here. This has been a fantastic school district. And the facility here is second to none. And even Whitewater comes down and uses, I think, our
University, yeah.
It's an amazing facility. And I've always appreciated that. The city of Elkhorn, today, the school board members. I don't know if any of you remember Carol Sabin.
Mm-hmm.
Does that ring a bell?
Mm-hmm.
Her funeral is today, and she was the president of the school board for a number of years.
Wow.
Some of the staff at Elkhorn, just phenomenal. Jim Weiner, does that ring a bell?
Yep.
Any of you?
Yep.
He was the head of the English department.
Mm-hmm.
Just a great teacher, and they named the auditorium after him. By the way, since you're got the ends on that YouTube, are you guys listening to me?
We are.
Far? Oh, go ahead.
Yeah.
Lisa Detman,
Yeah.
who has done more for English than even Jim Weiner did. Now, someday, that auditorium should be the Lisa Detman James Weiner Auditorium. She's earned that honor. And
It's noted.
It's hard.
yeah, and she's amazing. All the plays that she's put on here.
Yeah, we do have some amazing educators,
Oh, my heavens, yes.
and always have. I mean, that's
Well,
you're one of those.
And you sent your kids to school district.
Yes,
school
we did.
district.
Well, the grade school, they went to St. Pat's because we wanted to see if we could some way sneak them into heaven. And anyway, it's but yeah, this district is amazing, and it still is amazing.
Yeah.
And that's the beauty of Elkhorn, and I think when you see the number of, I think I'm right on this, you would know better than I, the number of students that have transferred to Elkhorn.
Yeah, chose Elkhorn.
From the neighboring areas here. Yeah, it does help our
Yeah.
money.
Yeah.
But it's they come.
They're also here because of good education and access and opportunities
Yeah.
to things.
and
It's
25% of our population.
is it?
Yeah.
Wow.
So
I didn't know that.
our resident enrollment goes down, and that's just because people want to live here, and we need some more homes to move into. But yeah, we continue to grow our non-resident, which is our open enrollment.
Yeah. You gotta be careful on that. That's putting us up in Division I in sports.
Did you have a meeting this morning with John Handel? Is that what you did?
Hey, John is fantastic.
Fantastic. So you probably helped. You were probably on the interview team for him
I
too.
was, but that one, in fact, one of my student teachers back then was applying for the job too. But I had to look him in the eye. Yes, we hired John because he is a good teacher.
Great teacher. Yep.
But he's a basketball coach, and
Oh.
we needed a basketball coach.
Came from Tomahawk. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, Badger first.
Yeah, I know.
Uh,
We don't hold him against that.
Okay.
Yeah.
But
Yeah. He reminds me of my Wilmot days. I remind him of.
but John wasn't the greatest basketball player, I don't think.
No.
Student of the game.
Student of the
That's
game.
That's
Yeah.
right. And
Yeah.
that's what I think
Yeah.
made him a great coach.
Yeah. Absolutely.
But
Absolutely.
I forgot where I was at.
That's all right.
It's interesting when you
it-
say
it's
that. I
only-
think it was
You're on the #1 podcast in Walworth County. That's where you're at.
the people-
And everybody knows you're
You
gonna get
guys-
2 cards, the 6th and the 7th.
Did you guys ever listen to Sports Jam?
Yeah, I was on
Why,
it.
why did you let that owner of that place, I can't remember his name.
Tom Kwiatkowski.
Yeah, Tom Kwiatkowski. Why you let him cancel that thing?
This feels like a PSA,
I
like a
was
public
gonna say,
service
yeah.
announcement.
Well,
Tom, bring it back. How's that?
That's good.
Yeah, right there.
That's
Yeah.
just exactly the way.
You know, we do
That was so good.
You know what we do is was it March?
the March Madness.
March Madness.
Sure,
We
yeah.
have the Sports Jam crew on the Noon Whistle just to keep
Bring them back together.
yep.
That was so good to listen to.
Mike Coolidge and
Yes.
yep.
Yes.
Local
And,
sports,
well,
all
he ran
morning.
it.
Oh, he did, yeah.
He kind of ran the show.
Yeah.
And then, of course, we had to listen to Brownie for
Yeah.
37 years.
Yeah.
But anyway.
Well, there's a lot of kids that say the same thing, so that's okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
Nah, Brownie is good.
Yeah.
I like Brownie.
All right.
Oh, but the only other thing I've
Yep.
left out on the pictures, then, social studies, yes.
Yep.
I taught driver's ed
Oh,
for
I forgot about
35
that.
years. Yeah. That was, I think, if I can really, I can relate to that one pretty good. In that, you get a kid in a classroom with a lot of other kids.
Yeah.
God, they can be jerks. You get them one-on-one in a car, and you really find out the kid is good.
Sure.
He's not out to impress his friends.
Yeah.
Sure.
Did you ever have to hit the emergency brake?
Oh, Christ, yes. Yes, many times. But then people would always say, how in the hell can you teach driver's ed? And I look at them, I feel bad for your parents. In my car, there was a brake on my side.
Yeah.
And the cars were fairly small, so I could reach over and grab the steering wheel.
Did you know the driver's ed teacher at Wilmot, Bob Movrich?
Yes.
Okay, so when I was in driver's ed with Bob Movrich, I'm driving, I'm not kidding you, and he leans over to me, and my passenger, should I say his name? I know who he was. We were going together. Sean Zer, if he's out there, I know he's on Facebook. And he was sleeping. He was sleeping, and Coach Movrich says, "Hey, Trotz, I'm going to hit the brake, so pull over a little bit." He jams on the brake. And Sean's like, just flying forward. Yeah.
I always brag. None of my kids, and I taught it for 35 years,
Yeah.
but none of my kids ever got in an accident at McDonald's driving into.
Oh, that's good.
Because we stopped and we practiced McDonald's.
Oh, that's good. That's good.
We had to go to Burlington for one-way streets.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
That's right. I remember that.
And they had, of course, McDonald's there.
Well, that's
Since we're
important,
here.
right?
Now, I never ate in the car, because if one of those kids would ever spill something in the car was given to us by Ford here in town.
Oh, okay. All right.
And so you had to be careful of the car a little bit. But God,
That's a lot of miles you put on over 35 years.
So let me get this straight. You drove through McDonald's and never ordered something?
Oh, we always ordered.
Okay. Well, you said there was no food in the car. All right, John. Well, we're at 20 minutes here.
Are we really? Oh
Yeah,
my God.
man. Boy, oh boy, we could talk for hours.
We could.
Well, I could talk.
But yeah.
But you guys, you can't listen for hours.
Yeah, that's all right. John, how do you want to close up here?
Boy, I don't know. Mr. Chase, is there anything you want to add to close the show that we haven't asked you or you feel is significant to your career or Elkhorn or?
There is, John, and
Okay.
it's something that since, you called me a couple days ago asking if I would come here. And it's been on my mind because I didn't know quite, it's a little touchy, touch and go. It's not as easy going as you guys are. But it's forced me in the last 3 days to go back and think of what would I talk about.
That's cool.
And to be able to go back and relive some of the great times we had at Elkhorn High School. And then be it sports or even academics or driver's ed, it's brought back fantastic memories to me.
Yeah.
And I hope the kids go back, and of course I hope the kids would be grandkids and not grandparents.
Sure.
And I'm getting that old.
I'm sure your name comes up a lot when others reminisce.
Oh, yeah.
Or have reunions or things like that.
Oh, yeah.
How do they do? Of course, the only thing that bothers me is, when you've been retired for 19 years, you're on, Mr. Chase, how are you? Mr. Chase. At this stage of the game, it's Mike.
That's a sign of respect.
It is.
Yes,
It
It's
is.
a sign of respect. So,
Yeah, I think that's hard when you respect someone and you had him as an educator.
yep.
To lose the Mister.
Well,
Yeah, I always remember.
your back was pretty straight last week when we had our.
Yeah, it was.
Right. I
I
mean,
was like,
yeah. All right, John. Well, on that note, Mr. Chase,
Mike.
thank you for your service. Thank you for everything you did for the Elkhorn community, the school district. We'll even thank you for being on the team that hired all the social studies teachers. You did great. Continue your legacy. John, anything else?
That's it.
All right.
Thank you.
Let's continue our back to school night.
Thank you.
Mike, thank you very
You're
much.
welcome.
And on that note,